What's up, shawty? This is my. I'm not very good at flirting. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, wait. Hey, I'm trying. Thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity to make this video. What? You weren't expecting me to look very drippy and fly today? Look, I look good. Yeah. See, this is our YouTube money. You know what I'm saying? I bought this off my day-to-day job. I work a 9-to-5 job. Guys, could you please share this video? Okay? Jeez. At this point, it's charity. Please, share. Shares, please. Okay, give me some shares. Share the video. I had to take off the jacket. It was getting very hot in. What's the weather like?
Right now in Conyers, it's 76 degrees and cloudy.
I don't know if you guys could hear, but my shut up. It just said that 76 degrees and cloudy. I'm sweating. For every share the video gets, we will suddenly not be sweating anymore. Also, we are really close to having 2,000 subscribers. You know what would be really nice? If everybody who watched this video, please just subscribe. Seriously, we're really close to 2,000 subscribers. Okay, so to start off our video, we're going to first start off with Jess. I believe Jess just finished Drum Island.
There's going to be spoilers. Let's start with a quote. When does a man die? Is it when he's shot in the heart with a pistol? No. When he's stricken with a deadly disease? No. When he eats soup made from a deadly mushroom? No. It's when he is forgotten.
Why are you guys commenting on the? I mean, I sound horrible. Guys, please comment. I'm still working on this YouTube thing, okay? I'm a small creator. Damn.
This blew my mind. I have so much to unpack. Let's just talk about Chopper, because there's so much in this arc. Chopper is a character who had a lot of rejection. He had rejection when he was young. He ate the devil fruit. Then he had rejection after that. And he was finally accepted by Dr. Hiruluk. He was healed both physically and emotionally. When the doctor knew that he was not going to make it, Chopper wanted to do anything to save his friend, so he went and found a mushroom that he thought would save him because it had a skull and crossbones, which the doctor had a flag of that. However, he did not know that that was poison. The doctor accepted this mushroom, knowing that he was not going to make it regardless, but he did not want Chopper to feel like he was the cause of his death. So he took matters into his own hands, but this speech was so impactful. I can't help but think that this may be an ongoing theme throughout One Piece of passing on your legacy to someone else. So this was very apparent where the doctor passed it on to Chopper and asked the witch to help train him to be a doctor himself because that was his goal. We see it when Shanks passes on this legacy of being a great pirate to Luffy in Volume 1. And we also see it when Zoro's friend passes it on to him in his flashback in the beginning of One Piece as well. And none of these characters are disappointing the person who passed it on to them, so I have no reason to think that Chopper won't be a successful doctor too. I am so glad we have a doctor now on board, but I am even more glad that it is Chopper because I love him. He's my new favorite character. Okay, let's talk about some of the other characters. So Luffy had sort of a groundbreaking moment for me. Luffy has this insane ability as being a rubber man, and he was not able to use his powers when he was taking care of Nami out of fear that by getting into fights and, overextending himself, that he may hurt Nami more when she is so fragile. So we see him literally crawl up the side of the mountain for hours without using his power, carrying 2 people to save his friends. Like, that showed to me he has so much more strength outside of just his power, which was something that I felt was a crutch earlier on, and I don't think so anymore. And again, I can't see how people say that this has nothing to do with politics, because this arc was literally all politics about a corrupt government. There are several quotes that kind of stuck through with me. I have a video of a live reaction of reading the flashback. Some of the quotes that really stuck with me about politics and government were, "This country is sick right now. It's people and it's government. And as long as we treat people like animals, this country can't be saved." Which, I mean, how... And this was written 20 years ago? Like, that's insane to me. That's insane how relevant this story remains. And of course, this arc has a beautiful ending where I just have to show you guys. The cherry blossoms. Remember when I said that death happens when your legacy is no longer remembered? His legacy is going to stay forever on this island. And then we meet Ace. You guys have kind of spoiled for me that he's going to be a major character, so we'll see what happens with this guy. This is the first time I'm being introduced to him. And then at the very end of the arc, the witch says something like, Gold Roger, his name is actually Gold D. Roger. What? You know who else has a D middle name that I don't know what the D stands for? Monkey D. Luffy? Is that just a weird coincidence, or is there something going on there? I feel like Oda doesn't just have coincidences, so don't tell me. I'll figure it out eventually, or not. But you guys have been hyping me up for Alabasta, and after an arc like this, I'm like, how can it get any better? This is insane. I am so glad to be on this journey. Thank you, everyone here following along. I appreciate your support, and I'm ready to move on to Alabasta.
That was nice. That was amazing. I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, thank you. For those of you who have a paid membership to the channel, you guys will be seeing this video a day early. I will be trying my very best to give out to the people who are paying to see the content early. So you guys will get to see the stuff early. And right now, I do the video replies whenever I think it's fun enough to do the video replies. But I think I will specify the video replies only for the paid members. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have exclusives.
Don't be shocked.
Who's it? This is Mads. We've never done Mads before. She's new. Hello, Mads. Okay.
You're shocked? You're shocked?
Hello. I shall now implement you into a video. This will all make sense on YouTube, I promise. Enter. Okay, shut up. Okay, stop making fun of my tapping. I get it. I type slow. Okay. She is crying. I don't know why she's crying. I don't know which part she's on.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I will read it now. My video
this is Syrup Village. Okay, this is Syrup Village. Okay, all right, guys. This is Becky, by the way, in case you couldn't recognize by her prettiness and stuff. But this is Becky.
Already 10 minutes, and so I deeply apologize. Luffy's like, you have to work on your bone eating technique. And Nami, normal people don't eat this part. I feel bad about being mean to Kaya. She's actually really sweet, and I understand that she was sick, so I apologize, Kaya. I'm gonna give them a ship. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Look at this ship. Oh my god. Now I know what it finally looks like because I have one that my husband got me, and so now I see it actually in person. Well, not in person, but like in the manga. That's so cool. I love that she's called Merry-Go, like a merry-go-round, like merry-go-round the whole world. That's so cute. Thought you'd be taller. Love Nami. She's like, you're wasting your breath with those two. Talk to me. That's very true. Luffy, you're adding insult to injury, and Zoro's like, it's adding icing to the cake, you moron. Aww. Usopp says he'll have even taller tales to tell, and they'll be true this time. Oh, that's so sweet. I wonder why he's telling all of these lies. Like, I wonder if there's like a reason why he was saying all of these lies to everyone.
I think she missed it. Because
it can't be just that he's stupid and, you know, inconsiderate of people, because he's actually kind of, he's a really sweet guy. Like, he's really kind and genuine, so I don't know. It seems kind of sus that he would just lie for fun, you know what I mean? Luffy and Usopp are fighting over who's going to be the captain. Can't they just both be captains, you know?
No.
Oh, so they're telling...
No.
Mary's saying that there's a story when Usopp was a young boy. Oh my god. Usopp, he's come back for us, Mom. He's gonna make me
She
cry.
gets it now. Yep, that's why he does it.
I don't care if I'm being silly. I want to keep dreaming.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry. So is that why he was lying?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're saying pirates are coming, which is like symbolizing that they're gonna keep their dream alive. I'm gonna become a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You get it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Oda, I hate you.
What did Oda do? This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Peak. Okay, I don't know who these people are, but they are called Straw Hat 5150. This wasn't necessarily a One Piece video. It's just the only reason they're on here is because their name is Straw Hat and he has a One Piece shirt, and they seem to be anime related. So I will go ahead and include them in this video, okay? Just to give them a shout out. And this is their name right there. So make sure to go ahead and follow them. Let's go ahead and watch this video.
Hey guys, Straw Hat 3150. I got Haley here talking about our latest manga. Haley, what have you been checking out?
I've been reading Hunter x Hunter.
Good
It's one of
read,
my
good read.
favorite anime series.
Okay, okay,
And this is like way in the exam arc.
okay.
Like the first volume, as you can see here. And they in the 2011 adaptation, they actually skipped a bunch on the background about like Gon and Kite.
What?
Yep, they left out everything about the Gon and Kite.
Very good.
And just left, and they only put it, waited to like put it in the Chimera arc.
What? Oh, you're gonna have to fill me in on that.
I am very confused.
I've been reading Urusei Yatsura by Rumiko Takahashi. This one is amazing. Got Loom, Ataru Moroboshi. Very funny. If you like eating Asha, you'll love this one. Not a lot of like fighting and stuff, just super funny. Definitely one worth checking out. Hey guys, Straw Hat 3150. I got
These guys are pretty cool, man. Oh man, these guys are pretty cool. Oh my gosh.
I'm so upset.
So this is Juliet. I knew getting spoiled was inevitable, but why be so miserable to Oh.
Right now I could cry. Like, I genuinely could cry. If you want to make videos reacting to my videos, why are you tagging me in it? I keep getting tagged about a video that I made that has now 500,000 views, where I said, oh, I think the fishermen hate humans so much because they probably got oppressed by humans.
Nice keyboard, by the way.
They probably got enslaved by them or used for labor because they're strong. In this panel where Arlong was fighting Luffy and they went up to Nami's office, Arlong pulls his sword, this steel sword, jagged sharp edges, and swings it down Luffy's neck, like so. Now Luffy, our rubber boy, the stretchy rubber boy, catches said sword with his bare hands, not just to crack it, but to completely shatter the parts that he held. Shatters it. Steel. This man, mind you, Arlong, strong enough to take buildings, rip them from the ground and flip them over. Kinda strong. So not only does he stop this strong man's swing of this steel sword, but he crushes the sword with his grip only. Crushed these parts that he gripped. So in that video aloud I said, oh, I wonder if he ate a different fruit, because this is not how rubber behaves. Rubber can take blunt forces. Got it. Right. I don't know what kind of rubber crushes steel like that. I don't know of a rubber of that kind. And so people are saying, oh, yeah, she's a liar caught up with One Piece and just doing this for views. She's acting like she's never read it before. This only makes me worry for your intelligence and reading comprehension. I never want to say that you're dumb.
No,
but
I will.
Genuinely,
They're dumb.
what
I
are
will
you
say it for you.
talking
They're
about?
dumb.
I am not even, like, right now for sure I know that he did not eat the gum gum fruit, because in those videos she's like, how does she know that his fruit is not the gum gum? Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Hello. Hello, headquarters. We are now all gathered here today to discuss the Juliet incident. Yes, I would like to report that she is doing better now, like she said in the video, but she has been spoiled on some things, and we need to do something about this. Yes, urgently, please. Take extreme measures if you would. Yes. Yeah. What? You want to do what you did to Goldie Roger to them? Maybe that is a little too extreme, don't you think? Maybe a few gum pistols to the face will be good, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, gum spear as well. And sentence them to getting their stuff stolen by Nami. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Don't worry, guys. I have contacted the One Piece headquarters, and we will handle this effectively.
You guys need
All right. This right here is Juliet's BookTok One Piece Talk. One Piece Talk? Is that what we're talking? I don't want to call it that. That doesn't sound cool. Can we just call it One Piece Community? Please. Okay.
One of my best friends, Joshua, you may have seen his posts. He's in Cuba right now, and he does not have access to TikTok. And he's going to be a whole week without posting, which is really sad because he posts every single day. He's one of the most genuine, authentic, just wonderful, loving, supportive, engaging. I could go on and on and on, but he is genuinely one of my closest friends, and I met him here on BookTok. And I thought it would be really funny and just really supportive and sweet if we could like give his account so much love, and then when he gets back, he can see how many people have missed him. Please go follow him, like his content. Don't just spam like, genuinely watch his content and engage and leave him some comments, because I really think that he just deserves all of the love. He's also reading One Piece right now, and he brought it with him to Cuba on his vacation. So yeah, can we please just like go and support him, because I love supporting the most wonderful people on this app, and he's definitely one of them. So please help me out with this, and I would be so grateful. Okay, thank you, bye. You guys.
You know, I have a schedule, Becky. I have a schedule of things I have to react to. But I suppose we can make an exception.
Dog, and he's gonna...
Okay, let's go ahead and see his One Piece reviews, I guess.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I was expecting, because of the beard, I was expecting the most masculine voice, like, hello. And all I hear is, hello. Okay, give me a second. Yo, hello. Oh, it's an audio thing. That's not his real voice. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, I feel stupid.
What do I do?
Yeah, that makes that makes a lot more sense now.
I what? Hello.
So Becky introduced him to One Piece. Becky is an evangelist. Becky the evangelist. Oh, yo! That's That's her new pirate nickname, Becky the Evangelist. We have red-haired Maury. We have Big Book Morgan. We have Sarah Sparrow. We have Cherry Cheddar. That's a mouthful. And then we have Becky the Evangelist. Oh! Wow! Yo! These guys are about to be so amazing! I'm excited.
I don't get it.
It's just pictures of him reading One Piece. I need a review! Josh, what are you doing? Give us a review. You know what? I will follow you. Fine. But give us a review, Josh. Jeez. Anyways, guys, this is Josh's page. Go ahead and follow him and make sure to give him a follow. And hopefully he gets a huge welcome back.
So I just finished the Syrup Village arc. Literally, I just finished it a couple minutes ago. You can see I'm crying. All right. Spoilers if you haven't read the Syrup Village arc. Save this and come back later.
Oh, by the way, this is Becky. I keep forgetting to do the introductions. I'm so sorry. This is Becky. I think by now we all know who they are and we're all just used to it. But yes, hey Becky.
I know I said Orange Town was my favorite arc, but I'm silly because I only read 2. Obviously, each one's going to get better and better. And yeah, the Syrup Village arc was really, really good. We met Usopp, which is going to be one of my favorite characters. I can already tell.
Yep.
We met Kaya, who I was a little bit mean to her, but she's a really sweet person, and she gave them a ship. That is so kind of her. And I can't even think right now because I'm still like teary-eyed about chapter 41. I really enjoyed this arc a lot. I love the dynamic that we saw with Luffy and Nami and Zoro because they are
I don't like that.
A riot. They are chaotic, and their crazy ideas are just so funny, like pouring oil down the hill in order to stop the enemy. And speaking of enemies, I love the villains that we're getting in. I loved Kuro, I loved Django, of course I love Buggy, but I feel like all of the villains that are coming in are just, they're all so unique and different, and they all have these backstories, and I really want to know more about Django. I think he is a super cool character, and I know he's a bad guy, but like, I'm digging him. But I also loved Carrot and Onion and Pepper. They are so cute, and I feel really bad about throwing them overboard in my blind ranking. I feel really bad about that. You guys can judge me if you want. They're just so cute. And the end of chapter 41, oh my god, that last line, the pirates are coming, oh my god, literally tears, absolute devastation to my heart. They are just so sweet, and I really hope that we see them grown up and coming back. Just really loving this story so much, you guys. I am so happy that Carla inspired all of us to read One Piece, and I'm so happy for the One Piece community that's coming in and supporting all of our videos and encouraging us to continue reading, because I'm just having the best time, and I cannot wait to see what happens with Usopp now that he has joined the crew. I can't wait to see other members that are going to join the crew. I can't wait to see the dynamic of Zoro and Luffy and Nami, because Zoro and Luffy are just so hilarious together, and Nami is kind of like their, I don't know, like a cat wrangler, you know, like trying to wrangle all these cats, which is impossible. I feel like that's Nami, and I don't know, their dynamic is just great. And one thing that I pointed out when I was doing the reaction video of Syrup Village arc is that Luffy is kind of half not there. And I love that. I love that this is not just about Luffy. I love that we're getting to see some depth with all of these other characters, and it's not centered around Luffy at all. Half the time, Luffy's just off somewhere random, passed out somewhere, or just not in the same vicinity. But and it gives us time to really see the story fleshed out with these other characters. They're not just there to be side characters. They are alongside Luffy, and I just really love that so much. And I'm on chapter 41 now, and we're gonna meet some new people, which I'm super excited about. I cannot wait. And I will do a deep dive of both Orange Town and Syrup Village arc, maybe this weekend. I've been so busy, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten it up, but I have some thoughts, I have some theories, I have some more connections that I want to make, so stay tuned for that. And I really want to start the next arc, like, so bad, guys. So
I'm really excited for you. Honestly, I'm so happy to see them just go through. I'm sorry. Gosh, man. Just you wait till they get to the Grand Line.
Everyone warned me about Arlong Park, and I was still not.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long since we've done a video with Viviana in it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I haven't seen Viviana in so long.
Not ready. We finally get Nami's backstory, and it was every bit heartbreaking and every bit devastating.
Yes.
And we're gonna get into that in a moment, but first, let's talk about what got us here. At the end of the Baradier arc, we have a moment where Nami is on the ship after she's taken off with Luffy's ship and treasure, and she's crying and she's talking about how she can't wait to be free one day. And I knew in that moment that Nami was either indebted to someone or stealing treasure for someone other than herself. That all comes full circle, taking us to Arlong Park, where we find out that Nami has been working under Arlong. He is the captain of the Fishman pirate crew. And when I tell you that this pirate crew hit different, and not in a good way, this is the first pirate crew that has actually scared me, and it's because there's something deeply disturbing about their hatred for the human race. It's absolutely clear that the fishmen find themselves superior to the humans. It is shown through their language and their verbiage that they repeatedly use when referring to the people of the village. Oda came in absolutely swinging with the political themes in this arc. I don't know how you could possibly read this and not be hit with the realities and the parallels to our present day. The fishmen pirates are keeping the villagers completely oppressed. They're making sure that they're living in poverty, that they are in fear for their lives. The hatred and the control that the fishmen are seeking is way beyond just money and treasure. It is deep-rooted hate for a group of people, and it's absolutely disturbing. In all of that darkness, I do feel like there were very beautiful moments in this arc that showed how a group of people can come together under oppressive circumstances and rise above through their love and passion for one another and their community. It is such a beautiful and heartbreaking story to learn about Belmir and how she took in Nami and Najiko as her own daughters, even when she was struggling to even just provide for herself. A moment that really stood out for me during the flashbacks is when Nami steals the book and Belmir asks her, "Why didn't you just ask me for the money?" And at 10 years old, Nami was able to say, "I know we don't have the money, you can barely feed us." To think that a 10-year-old is so hyper aware of their financial situation is so true to so many families. As parents, you want to make sure that your kids are taken care of and never have to worry, but it's a sad reality that so many children don't know when their next meal is going to be, don't know if they're going to have dinner for the next day. And it just really got me. Belmir is trying her absolute best, and I just remember Nami's introduction where she says, "I'm Nami and I love money and tangerines." And, you know, at the time, we didn't really know what that meant. It came off kind of funny. And now having the full picture, it is such a strong statement to make. During the flashbacks, we learn that Arlong kills Belmir when she cannot pay the fee of existing, I guess, when they decide to terrorize the village and collect money for every person in the household. Belmir only had enough to save Nami and Najiko, and so she sacrificed herself. It was hard to see Nami have to step into this very adult situation where she's now going to be working for Arlong, creating maps for him, and in return, he is promised to sell the village to her for 100 million berries. And her life's work has turned into this mission to collect enough money to buy her village back. All the while this is happening, we are seeing Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp make their way to Arlong Park to find Nami. And one thing that I absolutely loved about this arc was that Luffy did not falter on his loyalty to Nami, not even once. Not even when everyone was screaming that Nami had killed Usopp and they had seen it with their own eyes. Luffy did not flinch. I think it's very easy to look at Luffy and think that he's naive for having this sort of mentality, but I see it as emotional intelligence. At this point, Nami has not done anything to waver her loyalty to the crew. Even while she ran off with their ship and treasure, even while she is playing dumb with Arlong, she's doing everything in her power to protect the crew. She jumps in to save Zoro, and Zoro even calls her out on it, like, hey, you do care. Why would you risk everything for me? She pretends to kill Usopp. It was really cool to see the whole crew come together to fight Arlong. They definitely wouldn't have been able to defeat him if they didn't work together as a crew, and it's really cool to see them all come together and use their strengths and work as a team. Zoro does not quit, okay? I'm really interested in his character, but I haven't been completely invested. His fight with Mihawk definitely kind of piqued my interest, and he brings up that fight during his battle with Arlong. He is absolutely determined to be the greatest swordsman, and he refuses to die because he knows that he can't achieve his goal if he's dead. Every time you think Zoro's on his last leg, he's like, but wait, there's more. I also really loved to see Sanji in the mix. I'm not completely sold on his character quite yet, but I know that all of these characters are going to take so much time to develop. There is so much more in store for me with One Piece that I know that I'll probably come around to Sanji eventually. So far, this has been my favorite arc, and I know people say that this is a defining point in the story where you kind of find out if One Piece is for you or not, and it absolutely is for me. I have been looking forward to Nami's backstory, and it did not disappoint. I am so excited to continue. A little bit scared because this was quite traumatic and quite devastating, but I cannot wait to see what our Straw Hats get up to next, and I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a long...
We gotta figure out a pirate nickname for Viviana. We gotta figure out one. I don't know. We'll come up with one, I'm sure.
So have you been following
Okay, so this is Red-Haired Mari. Let's see what she's up to.
One Piece journey? You know that I am around the 440 chapter mark, and
She's at 400? Damn! What did we miss?
at this point, I know if I'm into something for life, so let's go get a One Piece tattoo.
Is that like her arm? Yeah. Damn, that's a lot of tattoos. Hey, Red-Haired Mari. Could you DM me? Like, I am curious. I want to know like what all of your tattoos mean. Like, you don't have to like comment it or stuff like that. Could you like DM it to me? So, cause like I'm curious. Like, I feel like you have like a bunch of tattoos. I would love to know like the story behind each and every one. Like, what did we?
Wasn't me who was wrong. It was the world.
Is that Cece?
Lelouch B. Britannia commands you.
Yep.
I've got about...
Okay, so this is Annie's lobby. She is reading Annie's lobby. Let's go ahead and see what gosh darn, bro. Oh my, Red-Haired Mari. Jeez.
10 chapters left of Ennis Lobby, and I was asked if I could film my reaction to the ending of it. So here it is.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna cry. I really want to know why Kokoro said that the Gates of Justice would never fully open. There's so much mystery surrounding Ennis Lobby and Impel Down, and I know I'll get answers, but I want to know now. Literally fucking hate Sandam. I think he is probably one of the worst villains, not even because he's strong, but because he's this fucking coward. Honestly, I can't really put into words. I just think he's a fucking, like...
Yeah.
Wimp.
Yeah.
Robin yelling, I'm still alive, but you're gonna die. Frankie being the savior of this right now is absolutely incredible.
Is she crying already?
It's Usopp! I fucking love this story.
We just got here! She's crying!
It's absolutely fucking disgusting how the Navy will bomb their own people. Let no one escape. Raise Ennis Lobby to the ground. Even though your own comrades are on there. What the fuck is going on with Luffy? Oh my god. These are... Oh my god, no. Like, these people don't give a shit about anybody. How do they even have power? I don't get it. How did these nations all come together to form this government that is so fucking terrible to its own people? Oh my god, Kokoro was a mermaid.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did have this question of if there are like hybrids of fishmen and humans, because Tom kind of looked fishman-y, and
Yeah.
now Kokoro's a mermaid. If you go to Fishman Island someday, you'll understand. They just killed the giants and the king bulls.
Yeah. No, no.
The fact that Luffy never realized that Sniper King was Usopp and Usopp
No,
knowing
whoa, 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 whoa. Red hair Mari, those are some allegations. Sniper King is not Usopp. Okay, we still don't know who Sniper King is. Stop. Those are some serious allegations. Calm down, okay, all right. Chill. We're still trying to figure out who Sniper King is. One day we'll figure it out. Yes, he's from an island far, far away.
the one way to get Luffy going is to put himself at risk. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Damn. Damn, I'm about to cry. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I want to say it one more time.
She wants to live. She wants to live. Yep. Yeah.
I've got about 10 chapters left of Venice.
Oh my gosh, man. Wow. I have no words, man.
One Piece fans.
Cherry Cheddar! Hello, Cherry Cheddar. Okay, so she has an announcement to make.
Guess what I got? It's a little One Piece boat. It's the pirate boat. It's so cute. I love decorating my bookshelves, and so the company wanted to send this to me, and I was like, to my shelf, but they're super expensive, so I thought I'm gonna clear out all these books down here, but I thought that would be a cute spot for it. And then the other day I picked up volume 18 because it was my favorite volume in One Piece that I've read so far. I figured it can.
Did you just use my video to advertise? I mean, technically, this is your video, and I am just reacting to it, so I am lucky enough to be able to react to it. But are we really now going to advertise? Cherry Cheddar! Are we now advertising? Really? I love you guys so much.
Kind of go right there. So I can have a little One Piece shelf now for my videos. But yeah, there's also an LED one of the ship, which I thought was really cool. I didn't
She's still
really see
advertising.
that one or realize what it was. I just asked for this one because it was really cool. But yeah, let me know where I can get some other like really good or decent One Piece merch, or the best way to buy the manga volumes, because they're pretty expensive and Christmas is coming up, so I don't really have manga money. But yeah, thank you to the company for sending this to me. It was really, really sweet. It's really cool. One Piece fan.
Nice. Hello, Cherry Cheddar. Okay, what is this? Outfit of the day plus book of the day. What did I? Oh, I think I misclicked. There we go. Am I gonna get caught? I'm gonna get copyrighted. Also, I think we kind of match, right? I think right, green and red, you know, Christmas season, green, red. Damn, I'm trying. Okay, now we will go ahead and commence an ad break. You're probably wondering, what do I mean by an ad break? I will now go ahead and captivate your attention with a dog running. This will now be the end of the ad break. I hope you enjoyed.
I finished this arc and had to just stare.
Okay, she is doing One Piece Alabaster arc review. Why did I say Alabaster? Alabaster arc review. Okay.
At the wall. It is one of the most beautifully written stories that I have ever read, and I'm not being dramatic. It genuinely was such a wonderful and phenomenal reading experience.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to yap too long, but I
Why
literally
not?
have like a notebook of different points in the rest of this arc that I wanted to cover. Where to begin? So I left off right at the tail end of Nami's fight with Miss
Okay.
Doublefinger, and then Zoro's fight with Mr. One. Nami's whole fight was great. I was so proud of her for being brave and fighting and standing up for herself. I did think it was very funny that the weapon was like half party tricks, but I'm so happy that she pulled through and was able to do it. And then Zoro's fight was just incredible. Dude leveled up pretty quickly and he can cut through steel now. I was so floored when he just like casually picked up a building and threw it. He's crazy when he wants to be. And then, you know, again, just being able to listen to his sword and his surroundings kind of coming to life. It was a really cool fight sequence. I really enjoyed it. Come on, let's talk about Luffy's return. Are you kidding me? It was one of the most amazing hype moments that I have read in this manga so far. I wanted to just get up and scream. I was so happy. Obviously, I knew that he lived, but just to see his happy, smiling, determined face, and the fact that the crew was so excited and relieved to see him okay, and they knew he was gonna go kick Croc's butt. It was just fantastic. And of course, him saving Vivi with Pell in the nick of time. It was just great. And then he lands that first hit on Crocodile. Oh, it was so good, you guys. It was so good. It was definitely my favorite fight sequence of Luffy's so far. I really loved his fight with Arlong, but this one was just incredible because, I mean, Luffy was gutted in the first fight, then he was dehydrated, and then he was poisoned, and he kept coming back. And Crocodile was so angry and confused, and it once again just shows Luffy's grit and determination and resilience and his love for his friends and to do the right thing. It was just, he's such a good MC. He really just gets you hype. He makes you excited. It's, oh my gosh, I just loved this arc. I really did. While Luffy's having this major showdown with Croc, they find out that they're gonna set off this bomb in the middle of the square to wipe out the Royal Army and the rebels. They are fighting. Nothing can stop them. Baroque works have infiltrated both sides, and it's really intense. It's this countdown, and then so they finally find out that the bomb is in the clock tower. So they do this crazy jumping sequence to get up there, and Vivi is able to cut the fuse, and you're like, oh, okay, everybody's safe. No, it's on a timer. And so you're like, oh, great. Like, how are we gonna get past this? Oh my word. And then Pell comes up and takes the bomb and flies it. And before he does, he says that serving Vivi's family has been the greatest honor of his life. I was so upset. I was so upset. It was so sad. Oh my word. I was not expecting it. And he flew up and the bomb went off, taking him with it, but it saved the kingdom. I literally feel like I'm going to get emotional talking about it. It was just, I felt so intensely for Vivi because she so desperately didn't want to lose anybody in this battle, and she's had to face so much violence and fighting, and she's had to mature a lot and see the really bad parts of her world and her kingdom in such a short amount of time. And it was just such an intense sacrificial moment, and I just, it was very intense for me. It hit me like a wall of bricks when Luffy beats Crocodile's butt. He is done, and what happens? No one's stopping fighting, but it starts to rain, and everybody stops because they just wanted water. They're desperate people, and the rain came, and just, oh my gosh, everything was revealed. The people were mortified that they had been tricked into this grand scheme, and it was just a really beautifully written ending. And the fact that Luffy and the pirates didn't want any recognition for this. Luffy, when the king thanked him for saving him, and his like smiling face, and he's like, it's no big deal. Like, it was no problem. I'm just I just love this series. A lot of you said that this was like when you knew that you had fallen in love with the series, and I have been in love with it, but this arc was just so deeply intense and impactful and emotional and just beautifully written. And I just am so in love with all of these characters. I figured that Vivi would not join them, but their goodbye, when she asked the crewmates if she could still be their crewmate, and they couldn't respond because the Navy was watching, but they turned around and held their fists up to show the X marks, which they all had on their wrists, and she was so emotional. It's just such a sweet, good moment, a great way to close the arc. Toto as well at the end, when he had said, see, Koza, I told you that everything would be okay. I told you that the rain would come, and it only took 3 years. And I just thought that that was such a beautiful perspective. Like, it only took 3 years for the rain to fall again, and that he had this confidence and patience and knowing that things would be okay. Last chapter that I left on, who randomly appears on the ship, but Nico Robin, I was wondering what on earth happened to her because Croc really injured her, and then she's just on their ship now and wants to join their crew. For what reason, I have no idea. So I guess she's our maybe new permanent temporary crewmate. So I'll have to read more and see what she's all about. But this was beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And what an incredible way to end this Alabasta saga. I guess Skypiea, is that how you say it? Skypiea is next?
Yep, Skypiea.
And a lot of people say it's underrated. So I'm excited to go
Yeah, Skypiea definitely gets underrated. I would say that. But yeah, Cherry Cheddar, thank you so much for reacting to these videos, and I'm so happy to see that you're on your journey. I truly, really appreciate these, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to react to these.
I want to be vulnerable.
Okay, this is also about One Piece. I don't know what this is about. She said she's going to be vulnerable for a bit, so let's go ahead and check out what Cherry Cheddar is up to.
For a minute, if that's okay, and
sure,
just talk about something that I've kind of realized and that's been on my heart. Obviously, I've been very into One Piece, and there are multiple reasons for that. But I feel like I've realized there's one that's bigger than the rest.
Okay.
And it's the people. The fans and One Piece community that watch my videos are so hype and excited and have fun with me when I'm reading this. And I feel like lately with BookTok, there's been a really heavy-handed amount of snarkiness and hate on my posts, especially with books like Sun Eater, but I've been getting it a lot with really anything. It's really just discouraging. It's really frustrating. I started this account to find like-minded people and talk about my love of books, and I have found a wonderful community here, don't get me wrong, but even within the BookTok community, there's people who will go on and kind of leave like snarky comments, and I think they're just trying to poke fun and be fun, but it really gets exhausting and it just gets frustrating. And obviously everyone knows that Sun Eater is my favorite series of all time, and it makes me so happy
I don't think
to
I've
talk
ever heard
about
of it.
but I haven't wanted to talk or post about it lately. This is my thing that I really enjoy, and these books are so special to me, and there's a place for respectful and appropriate debate and conversation. I'm not saying that everyone has to agree with my opinions, but just to comment and say, like, this was the most atrociously written, terribly boring, bad book I've ever read, and it's me gushing about how it's my favorite series. It's just not the appropriate space. Just remember to be kind, please. You know, you never know what someone's going through, and for any reader, generally, it's a way of escapism. It's something that we enjoy that brings a lot of happy.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here. I think I'm a little confused. Like, is the One Piece community going into her videos and leaving bad remarks and snarkiness? Is the One Piece community going to her posts and leaving bad snarky remarks about the non-One Piece videos? Like, what's going on? I really don't know. I really don't know.
Happiness into our day-to-day lives to break up the monotony.
And if it is the One Piece community that's doing it, generally, I'm very disappointed in them. And guys, we do our very best to share this series with the world. We do our very best to show people how beautiful this story is. That does not mean there aren't any other good stories out there. There are a lot of beautiful stories out there. One Piece is not the only story out there. People are allowed to like other things. People are allowed to share other things. One Piece is not just my favorite series. I have other series too that I enjoy. I am currently reading Red Rising. And I hope this is not the One Piece community leaving snarky remarks like this. I hope not. But if it is, we should be able to do better. We can do better. And we should do better.
To distract us from the stresses, especially going into the holidays or whatever it may be. I still love reading my books. I still love sharing them. But, you know, One Piece, not only has it been kind of a nice reset for me to just take a break from all of these incredibly long and heavy novels that I've been reading, but the community is just so fun. They're excited. They're invested. They also love what I am reading. And it just made me realize it's breathing fresh life into my reading journey. This is long. I don't know if anybody even made it this far.
Okay, now I don't know what's going on. Now it doesn't feel like it's the One Piece community that's the... I am so... Maybe I just have very bad retention.
But just, if you're here and supportive, I love you. I see you. Thank you so much. And if you like to leave snarky comments, then just think. Just think before you hit that send button.
Snarky. Okay. All right. I hope my snarky comment did its good job. Yes. Yes. We will now continue to be snarky. Yes. Yeah. I rate my snarky comment from 1 to 10, guys.
This is a book recommend.
Rereads! Oh my gosh! Yo, guys, you remember Rhea? I remember Rhea. Rhea! Hey, Rhea, how you doing?
Video for the One Piece fans. If you are a One Piece fan or a manga fan in general and you don't read novels but you think you might be tempted for the right thing, then listen up. May I introduce you to Dungeon Crawler Carol? The best thing about this...
It's the way she said it. It's the way she said it. Give me a second. It's the way she said it.
Carol. The best thing... about this book is you don't have to physically read it, because it is best consumed on audio. And if you're on Spotify, you don't even have to get an audiobook subscription anywhere.
Is this a sponsored video?
Listening time on Spotify, you can just search for it on there. So similarly to One Piece, this is a quest-driven novel, which starts out pretty simple, but then the plot starts layering up as we go along. And in a story that starts out quite light-hearted, it actually starts to become pretty deep. And it starts to deal with some deep shit, but often in quite a humorous and light touch way. The basic premise is we follow Carol, who's like our idiot main character, who ends up surviving an apocalyptic event, during which he's sucked into this video game where he's trapped with his ex-girlfriend who cheated on him's cat. He's got to move through all of the levels of this video game in order basically to save the world. It sounds so silly, right? But it's so much fun. You'll laugh, you'll cry. And the reason I'm saying do it on audio is because it has all of the sound effects of the video game and it just brings the whole thing to life. So let me know if you try it. I'm interested.
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard you right. He is stuck in a video game with his ex-girlfriend who cheated on him with a cat? Is that legal? Is that what you said? I hope that. I hope that's not what you said. That's weird.
I finished Rome.
Okay, so we have somebody new. Okay, guys, we're getting more people, more content. Let's go. This is Kels. Everybody say hi, Kels. Hi, Kels. She is in Romance Dawn, Arc 1. Okay.
Romance Dawn, the first arc of One Piece, and I think that I'm in for the time of my life because I thought it was so good and so symbolic already. As someone who cries at every kid's movie ever, just their little aspirations and their dreams, I thought it was so cute and such a good setup, and I love Luffy so much already, and Zoro is the coolest. So I'm bought in. I did tab as I was reading, so I'm just gonna flip through and yap about my tabs because those are my favorite parts, and there's a lot of them. First of all, little Luffy, such a dreamer. I just thought he was the cutest little thing ever, and I really liked how he kind of hit on a little bit of the patriarchy here. I feel like the way that he's like, I stabbed myself in the face, I'm a pirate. The way that he reacted when Shanks was chilling when those mountain bandits came in and he's like, I need a new role model now, you're not a real pirate. It kind of felt to me like you're not a real man, you can't be a real example, and I just thought it was cute and a good message for children because we do teach little boys some crazy things. I thought some of the characters had.
Who's we? Who's we? I teach little boy. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I don't come near little boys. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and establish that. I don't come near little boys. Okay, let's establish that. But I don't. Sorry, there was a motorcycle that just walked by. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It was pretty loud. But I don't teach little kids weird things. Like, I don't know who this we is. Kels, I don't know who we is.
Such a good dichotomy. Like Shanks at first, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so mean. He's a bully. But then he totally takes up for Luffy and sacrifices his arm. And he was like, it's no big deal. And then gave him the straw hat as a symbol. I loved that. And the way that Luffy was like, I get it. You're right. It's too dangerous. I just thought Shanks, I thought I was going to hate him. And then I loved him. And the same thing with the mayor. The mayor's like, you're gonna embarrass us, but then he totally took up for him, but then again, he's like, you're gonna embarrass us. So it just kind of cracked me up because I never really knew what to expect from them. It was just kind of back and forth, and I just thought it was a good time. The straw hat, it says he knows how good of a man Shanks is now. He wants to be just like him. I really thought that was so good. It made me so emotional. Then Luffy eats this gum fruit. He's stretchy now, okay? But it was described as the fruit of the devil, one of the secret treasures of the sea. And so clearly the fruit is symbolic of like the forbidden fruit, right? So this is a big sin. This is a big turning point here. But what does the sea represent if that's what the fruit represents and it's described as a secret treasure of the sea? I'm trying to figure that out. I feel like swimming is symbolic of something too, and I don't know what, but it mentions it a couple times. Sometimes it's even bolded in here, but the fact that now he has these stretchy arms and he won't be able to swim also seems a little symbolic that Shanks is here. He comes in just for a little bit. He gives him the hat. He displays this big sacrifice, like, no big deal. And then he's out of there, leaving his example. I love most how Luffy is not a follower. There's Lady Alvida, he's not scared of her. He's like, no, I don't like you, you're ugly. And the same thing with Captain Morgan. He is not one of those blind followers. When he tells the people to, and they just do, but not Luffy. He is not buying into any of those shenanigans, and I love him for it. Kobe cracked me up, just his little glasses, his mad faces, he's like so angry. He was on quite an emotional ride here, right? He's like, yeah, Lady Alvida is bad, he's on his team, but then he's like, Zoro's bad, no he's not. He's just kind of back and forth and so naive in my opinion. Even at the end, he's like, wait, did he fight me on purpose or he didn't? He's just always so confused, such like a naive little character, but I hope that we get to see him again and it develops more. But I did think it was sweet that they support each other, even though they will be against each other. It said that a few times. I still think that that friendship is sweet and hopefully it comes back up. The way that Captain Morgan's son kept saying daddy was crazy. Crazy. Zoro is so cool. I really love the way that he's illustrated. I feel like he's such a contrast to Luffy, who's just so light and fun. Zoro's more like serious and scary, and I feel like they're just the perfect little partnership. Again, we're kind of into the patriarchy business here, where he is trying to be, you know, the best swordsman ever because he had the friend who passed away, who was a girl, and she had these big feelings of, there's gonna be a point where you're stronger than me just because you're a boy. And I really loved that little storyline too. It's so cool to know their motivations and to really buy into them as characters. I love the way it ended. I feel like they're going now, they're setting sail. I love Zoro and Luffy, and I'm really excited to see their friendship and what happens with that. I finished.
This is amazing. Nice to meet you, Kels, and I look forward to seeing more of your journey. Did she do any?
Just romanced on.
Did she? She.
I finally.
That is not One Piece. No, that is not One Piece. Okay. Looks like we gotta wait. But yeah, Kels, I'm looking forward to seeing more of your journey. Let's go ahead. Wait, no, you're not new.
I got One Piece.
I remember you, Kels. I do remember you. You're not. We've reacted to your video before.
On the Grand Line.
Okay, we are with Andy. Andy. Oh, we gotta figure out a pirate name for Andy, huh? I don't have one figured out for Andy yet. Yeah, we have Big Book Morgan. We have Red Haired Maury. We have Becky the Evangelist. We have Sarah Sparrow. We have Cherry Cheddar. Ah, these are so cool. The O'Hara girlies. Ah, this is so cool.
Okay.
And I feel like we saw that in Whiskey Peak. I really enjoyed this arc because we got so much context for this world. We learned so much. We got so many new characters, so many secret identities, so many truths revealed, so much tragedy, which I feel like is kind of swept over a little bit, but let's break it down. So as soon as the Straw Hats land on Cactus Island in Whiskey Peak, the vibes are very creepy. Like, I immediately thought of the Stepford Wives, that creepy little town in Shrek where Donkey and Shrek are like, where's everybody? And it's just like, welcome to Duloc, such a perfect place. Like, that's the vibe I was getting.
I hope I don't get copyrighted for that.
And I was like, this is not good. So when they basically drank, fed, fought the entire Straw Hats under the table, I was like, something is up for sure. Then we come to find that this whole town is part of a secret organization called Baroque Works that is working towards this utopian society. And of course, our boy Zoro is not one to fall asleep with an enemy, which is funny because I feel like he's asleep all the other times. Like, Zoro conserves his energy much like a cactus conserves water for when it is truly needed. And the way that he kind of decimated this entire town is bonkers, and I feel like it's not really addressed except when Luffy finally wakes up and then brawls Zoro because Luffy is so offended and disgusted on behalf of this town. Once again, I think Luffy's heart sometimes is bigger than his rational thinking, perhaps, because I was like, just listen to Zoro for 5 seconds, Luffy, but he had like clearly a major food hangover and was so offended on what he thought was an injustice. So even though he was being an actual Muppet, to be honest, I still couldn't get mad at him because, once again, it's coming from an amazing, kind, sweet place. It was very typical of these Straw Hats that the only person that Zoro and Luffy actually listen to, and the only person that can get them to stop brawling like teenage boys, because I guess they are teenage boys, is Nami. She keeps those boys in line, and we need that. They need that too. Then we get more characters. So hold on, let me consult my notebook. We have Mr. Five and Miss Valentine, and we learn that in this Baroque work system, the person in charge is called Mr. Zero, and the hierarchy goes, the closer you are, your number is to 0, the more power you have, and anyone less than 5 is incredibly, incredibly dangerous, which I think is interesting because Mr. 5 is human dynamite, thanks to the Boom Boom fruit, which I guess makes sense because boom. Boom. Also learn that Miss Wednesday is actually Princess Vivi of the Alabaster Kingdom, and she is there to spy on Baroque Works because although it promises to be this society that's working towards this utopia sort of vision, what they're actually trying to do is take over the Alabaster Kingdom and dismantle it from the inside. So she's there to try and stop it, which is very, very interesting. I thought it was really sweet and also very true to what I've come to know about One Piece, that even though Miss Wednesday / Princess Vivi clearly lied to her fellow Baroque Works community members, they defend her against Mr. Five and Miss Valentine. And Vivi is kind of shocked by that and very touched by that. We learn that Mr. Zero is actually Sir Crocodile, who's one of the 7 warlords, and Princess Vivi lets that slip, and unfortunately Mr. Crocodile spies the Unluckies, I think they are called, hears them and flies off. So now the Straw Hats have extra pressure. So
the entire government's after them for a reward, and now the 7 warlords are probably after them too. I was genuinely flabbergasted when Igaram, posed as Princess Vivi, gets on the ship to go away and it explodes. My jaw was unhinged. I feel like there was more of a pause for us to sit with that grief and that shock and that horror in that moment, but it still moved on so quickly. And I feel like that is another thing I'm seeing with this world, is that there's not really time to sit with grief and trauma that these characters go through, that is just so go, 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 that we don't really get to process that in a rational time, or not a rational, sort of an enough time. And I do wonder if that's going to come up later. And then, as we're leaving to go to Alabasta, we meet a new character, Miss All Sunday, who, if I'm not mistaken, is responsible for blowing up the boat with fake Princess Vivi and Igaram, and now is posing as a friend to the Straw Hats and Princess Vivi. So they are definitely not safe from Mr. Crocodile, and not safe from Baroque Works. And she is also second in charge. I love having Vivi as part of the crew for now. I love seeing her and Nami interact. I love 2 bad bitches being besties. I hope they're going to become really good friends. And next up, we have Little Garden, and something tells me it's not going to be a picnic for our friends. On the Grand Line.
That was amazing, Andy. Wow. Okay. You've given me a lot to think about. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't wait to see the end of Alabasta. Alright, that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and end it there, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your family and friends. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to make this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Stay classy.